Oh, it's always nice to come back here, and the ground's improved vastly since I arrived. I arrived in the old pavilion, the old change rooms, and then Caddy got awarded the new change rooms, which was quite nice. But the ground's improved magnificently, and more important, the wickets improved for bowlers. So I sometimes miss bowling out there when I see how green the wicket is now. But you know, it was fun times back when I was playing.
You had a pretty good turn, didn't you? I mean, you came here in 2006, first season. That first season, you got a lot of wickets for us.
Yeah, the first season went pretty well. I mean, obviously I was the first Colpack to come to Somerset, so there was a little bit of uncertainty about this whole Colpack thing. But I think it was my first game at Gloucester. I got 5 wickets, and then people started to say, okay, well maybe you'll be all right. And I ended, I think, with 101 wickets that season. So I think I was quickly accepted by the crowd, but also I spent a lot of time with spectators. I didn't just stay in the change room, and I think soon became part of Somerset cricket.
And here we are standing in front of Joel Garner. Well, why are we standing here particularly this morning, I wonder?
It was a big motivator for me. I knew coming here was going to be tough, and I needed to be motivated every day. So Joel's record stood out to me, something that I wanted to aspire to try and get to. So every day I'd see his statistics and think I've got to beat that. But I think what's important is setting that goal up front initially to just become part of Somerset cricket, but then to achieve something great here. So ultimately I did get to the record. I broke his record, and you know, never going to beat Andy Caddick's record. But it was a big motivator for me, because I was in my 30s when I came here, so I was never going to be around as long as Andy. But yeah, to break Joel's record for me is something special.
Now, you haven't always been a Somerset player, had you? Because the year before you came here, you were the bit of the poacher turned gamekeeper for us.
Well, yeah, I was at Leicester when they still had 2 overseas players back in those days, and the first game I played against Somerset was a TV game. I think it was a CNG trophy or something, and I got 6 for 16, and I think that's when Rosie sort of started to take a little bit of notice. Graham Smith arrived a few weeks later to play as the overseas player for a 6-week stint, and then the first championship game we played against for Leicester against Somerset, I got Graham out in the first innings for not many, and I think that's when Rosie started having conversations about who's this Willoughby character, would he be any good for us, and I think Graham put in a good word for me, and then at the end of the season Rosie offered me a deal.
Well, we've walked out into the middle, Charl. Does this bring back a few memories for you?
It does bring back a few memories and some nightmares. Obviously when I arrived here, the wicket had no grass on it. And year 1 was a tough year for us. I think we came second last or last in the championship. Did all right in the one days, but when Langer arrived the next year, they started to change the wickets. They realised that for us to compete, we needed to be able to win at home rather than just draw. So they changed the wickets a little bit, and the wickets became, I wouldn't say super friendly, but what it did do for us is it kept the ball shiny, so myself and Caddy were able to swing it for a lot longer than we had the previous year. But I mean, we were a good partnership. I was coming into the right-handers and he was going away, so it was a good partnership.
You were here until the sort of 2011-12. You went off to Essex, then you moved away, and you've now come back. How long have you been back in Taunton?
Been back in Taunton since 2013. Tried to go back to South Africa for a year. It was tough out there. I'd never worked a day in my life, so going back to South Africa without working for 20 years was quite interesting. We came back here, trained up as a financial advisor, but now work with Cooper Associates as a wealth manager.
The Cooper Associates have thrown their lot behind this ground. I mean, since they've been involved, there's been a huge amount of changes here. I mean, one of them right behind you, the Somerset Pavilion.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the whole company is about cricket. Well, everybody there is passionate about cricket that I speak to, which is good. And it's fantastic that we're just across the road, so it can pop in and out during the day when the games are at home. But yeah, Cooper's has done fantastically well for the club, and they've helped raise the profile.
You got your career best score here for Somerset?
I did. I got 47, and people say, oh, you should have got a 50, but I don't think I ever deserved a 50. You've seen me bat and step away, have a slog, and on the odd occasion it would come off. But even to this day, I say I don't deserve a first-class 50 the way I batted. Getting a first-class 50 should be hard work, not stepping away and having a slog.